evening, everyone. A great night on this Sunday tomorrow, and we have a front that is in the forecast. Just how much cooler we could mainly in the evening when we could really start to feel more cooler temperatures, but still the 7 days. So let's take a look at our temperature right now, so it doesn't feel too bad out there. And dew point's still dry. We've actually been having much drier conditions, change a little bit for tomorrow, and a little bit more about that. But taking a look at we hit was 87. Just slightly above here. We're usually around 85 degrees, so really it's not too city. Let me first check to see that everything is everyone can hear me here on Facebook. Hear anything and there's no sound coming through. But right now it looks like everything. All right, our record for today was 90, and that was set back in 2014. So warm summer-like days in October. We were in the mid-90s. But for today, it actually felt about maybe at the Pearl or just outside eating dinner. Felt very good, especially with that dry air. But across our region, we're really looking at some more just temperatures here. We can see that Kerrville, so very nice for them. Fredericksburg is at 70, 72, but a little bit closer to home. Flores, so just a bit warmer than us in San Antonio. Pearsall warmer at 84 degrees, and Cotulla is as well. But we're having that south wind start to come back. That will increase our humidity just a little bit, and so for tonight. But it's really still, though, that's still pretty dry air. It still feels very nice out if you're going to be walking your dog or anything tonight. Then a good outside, especially with those temperatures still. Now, as far as the wind speed, we're around 8 miles per hour. Pearsall is at 10 miles per hour. So nothing too, we're not expecting those winds to get too gusty. We are going to have a front start to make its way through, and that's going to be night. So we could have a little bit more winds, but not expecting anything too gusty. Outside, I'm sure you'll be able to see the full moon and possibly see Jupiter as well. And also to just kind of experience if you're going to be out this evening. I'm just checking to see if anybody has any questions. Okay. Now, as far as what we can expect from this next front, it's bringing a significant drop in temperatures. We're not going to have any 20-degree drop in temperatures with this. On this scale, what we call the South Texas Monterey scale here, it's really going to be not. But it is a front. It is going to rear, so it's going to make the nights feel much as well as the mornings. It almost feels like fall, or if you're going to be out and about late at night. But of course, in the afternoon, you do start to have those temperatures. But on the scale, we have that it's more be anything. We have our high temperatures in the 70s, and in the 70s, it starts to feel more like a cool front, I would say, for San Antonio, because I'm a San Antonian, and I think the very nice and autumn-like for me. But it's going to keep our high temperatures in the 80s, which is still bringing a little bit because we are going to be seen could possibly hit 90 degrees, above 90 degrees the days before that front comes through. So we'll knock those temperatures back. Now for tonight, we into the low 70s, around 74 degrees, by breeze around 8 to 9 miles per hour, and going to give us more of that southerly breeze. We zoom out here across the country. We are looking at on the map, but I am going to try to zoom in here. So since we do have some rain, looks like more towards the area. Yeah, and there's even quite a bit of lightning, but it has already started north. And that's about it for the rain here. In San Antonio, we are looking pretty dry. We still do need the rain. But as far as temperatures across the cool temperatures, more fall-like and even winter-like. Farther north, we have some 40s here on the map up in Casper. They're 40, and even some 50s up near the Dakotas, Indianapolis. So we do have a little bit of that cooler weather up there to the north, and you can see the Texas is in this yellow, more of that mild type of temperature. Right now is at 75 degrees. So everyone in Texas is going to be dealing with more of those, more like transitioning into autumn type of weather. What we can expect over the next couple of days is that that cold air is going to north and farther towards the northeast, dip too far down into Texas. So once that front way into our area by late Wednesday, and it is just going to bring in that reinforcement of dry and some slightly cooler weather that will just be about a couple of degrees down. But what we can expect for tomorrow afternoon and for tomorrow evening is we have some clouds around 82 degrees around 6 o'clock. So as far as our high temperatures, we could get up to 86. I mean, this model doesn't have us hitting that 90 degree. It's possible that we could start to get a little bit warmer in the up tomorrow. Then Monday night, cooling down into this. And for your Tuesday, as we move this a little bit, starting to build with some of that more moisture coming in. And Tuesday morning, it actually has us pretty cool, 68 degrees to start Tuesday. This is very early. And I mean, this model has Bernie at 60 degrees, so much cooler in the hill country. Now, as further in motion, we have Tuesday around 1 o'clock. We have high temperatures in the mid-80s. To get pretty warmer, you can see we have this orange color in the map, so we're going to have those temperatures in the upper 80s and then by Tuesday night, dipping back down into the 70s. It's going to be fairly warm, I would say, especially a little bit more of that humidity start to make its way later into. Now here's an update on Julia. Now, Julia right now has been downgraded to a tropical storm. It has current wind power, and it's moving fairly slow, 16 miles per hour as far as that ocean. It's moving more west right now, but winds within the tropical system is at 6. So if I put this in motion, it is going to continue of Nicaragua and the, more post-tropical system day. So for tonight, it will be the coastline here of Nicaragua, Honduras, San Salvador, bringing them some possible flooding, and even there is the potential as well. So it will continue to move along the coast all the way through Monday. But for us, we're going to be expecting anything in the way of that hurricane system affecting our weather in Texas. And the next hurricane name is going to be Carl. So looks like we're pretty much halfway with these hurricane names, and we still have about a little bit over a month to go, because we have hurricane season going all the way through November 30th, but the majority of those hurricanes usually occur in September, and also once we get into October, the more hurricanes start to trend slightly down. But hurricane season does continue until November 30th. And unfortunately right now we're not looking at great rain chances, at least from any hurricanes, and we really do need the rain because San Antonio and Bexar County, we are still in this red color, which is that extreme drought. And if we don't get any rain, it does unfortunately grow the monitor will continue to get worse. So from extreme drought, we could become exceptional drought. And New Braunfels right now is in that exceptional drought, which is that burgundy color. So hopefully we do get some rain in the next couple of months. Hopefully we don't go farther along without any. But some good news is that this front does have some potential to bring rainfall. Right now we're at around a 20% chance to see something from that system, but that's pretty much it. Actually, the front comes in on Wednesday, so later we could see chances of rain go up. But with this front, it looks like it's going to be more of that dry front. But you can see from Wednesday into Thursday with the 7-day forecast that it does slightly push those temperatures down as far as those high temperatures, at least around 5 degrees for those high temperatures. And Friday, it looks like it's going to be very nice. Of course, there is a slight chance of rain, but I mean, take a look at the low temperatures. You know, we talked about once the sun goes down, especially with drier air, it does feel much cooler. So low temperatures are going to be in the 50s. So that's going to be very nice. I mean, that's really jacket weather. If you're up early, you might need to put on a light jacket and then maybe dress in layers, because by the afternoon it will be in the low 80s, which is slightly below average for this time of year. So some good news there to start off your Monday is that we are looking at a chance to have a slight cool down later in the week. And if you are preparing for Halloween, just know that you still have some time, around 21 days away from October 31st. So make sure if you have any plans, just know that it's getting a little bit closer to Halloween, but still have a couple of weeks to prepare. And that's about it. Just check to see if anybody else has any questions about Tropical Storm Julie. Yes, so lots of rain. It's going to be later into the weekend. It isn't going to bring us great chances, which is going to be late Thursday. But for the weekend, we do have that slight chance of rain Friday and into Sunday. Hopefully that will grow. Doesn't look like it. Right now it looks like low chances. And let's see if there's any more questions. All right. Well, I'm going to leave this up, the 7-day forecast up. So if anybody wants to take a look at the 7 days, I'm just going to leave this slide up for a couple of minutes. But I hope everybody else has a great rest of your Sunday and gets ready for a great start for next week.